Good morning. Good morning. This is Mahesh Raj reporting from Mrs. Raj Fishmeal, one of India's leading fishmeal companies. I am here about to present you a unique technology called advanced filtration system to treat fishmeal stick water. Stick water is basically nothing but the water which comes out of the fish, which is cooked and pressed when fishmeal is being produced, and almost 60% of fish is water. So this water also contains very important proteins, water-soluble proteins and suspended proteins like polypeptides, peptides and amino acids, which are of high value and nutritive also. It has got very high value since it has got some growth factors, etc. So if this is used in the feed manufacture for aquaculture and poultry, etc., it is seen that incorporation of this additional water-soluble proteins and suspended proteins will have an added advantage, as the growth rate also has been seen to be better. So basically stick water, most of the fish meal factories were discharging this water to the main sewage system or onto the river or the sea, creating a lot of pollution. And the Pollution Control Board has come heavily upon all these fish meal factories, thereby forcing them to put evaporators at very huge cost. You can imagine a typical fish meal factory may have more than 1 lakh liter of water to be discharged outside. So if this is properly treated, we can really take care of the environment and make it an environment friendly and green technology. So basically I was planning to look into certain methods in which the stick water can be treated. So after considering several other technologies like enzymatic treatment, chemical treatment, electrocoagulation, etc., I finally homed in on this unique process called advanced filtration system, wherein we are physically filtering the stick water and removing or recovering the important protein contained therein, and what is let out is just water with salt ash and certain total volatile base nitrogen, which is also not good for the fish meal. So what we have here is a unique system, as I really told you earlier, and that this consists of a UF system and an NF system. So I am going to present you with the system now. So what you see over here is this is the UF system. And this is the NF system. NF system. NF is nothing but nano filtration, wherein the finer proteins are retained here, like the peptides and amino acids, etc. Whereas in the UF system or ultrafiltration system, it is the polypeptides that is removed. So the recovered part from here is our product, and again the recovered part from the NF system is also our product. What you see in the background is the product tank, which collects both the retained shade from UF and NF, and from there it is that is called the protein concentrate. Protein concentrate is almost about anywhere between 50 to 60% of water is removed, and what goes out is just water and salt with some ash content and TVPN. So this is a concentrated slurry which goes back to the mother factory, the fish meal factory, wherein it is either converted into fish soluble, which has 40% water, or it is sent back to the dryers to get mixed up with the fish meal, thereby augmenting the quality of the fish meal. So here we have, you can see a cabin which is totally air conditioned, and we have a PLC board inside which controls the entire UF system. And here we have engineer from Fermionics. This is Mr. Mayank. Mr. Mayank, you have been here for the last 1.5 months. You are responsible for the installation and commissioning of this plant. Basically, what do you think about this plant? Tell us something about you.
Myself, Mayank Rajput. I am a senior engineer from Fermionics Conveyance Private Limited, and I have been working from last 3 years in this company. It's a big company, leading company, and after a lot of efforts and a lot of pilot trials, we have founded a new technology in fishmeal protein recovery system, which we have given first time, and it is, I think, it is the first time in Asia. So this is a good system, and this is the eco-friendly system, and working properly. Right now I am being here from last 2 months. Now the system has been got settled. Finally we got a good thing for every fish meal.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayank. And this is the meters which are showing the concentrate and the permeate, everything. The whole plant is automated. So the whole system is automated. You can see the pressure vessels containing the membranes within inside. So this has got 3 loops, first, second, and third loop. So the stick water moves to the first loop. It gets filtered there, and that the filtrate of that again gets filtered in the second loop, and then on to the third loop. So the permeate, that means the permeate which is passing through this becomes the feed of the NF system. So the retention or the reject is our product actually. Whatever it rejects is the protein content, which is our product. And there also, after it passes through this system, it goes to an intermediate tank. The permeate of UF system goes to this intermediate tank, and from this intermediate tank it goes to the nano filtration. So here again the retention is our product, which goes to the product tank, which I am showing at the background. You can see that's the product tank from where it goes to the main factory. So this is the installation over here. Installation here, and this is our cabin, which houses the PLC system. The whole board is here. It's a totally automated plant, and you can see the HMI display over here, wherein you can see the operation of the whole system, and it is a touch screen system wherein every part of this particular system can be controlled through the HMI display over here. And this particular cabin is fully air conditioned, just to protect this electrical system over here, instrument and electrical portion of the plant. And this is Mr. Anand. Mr. Anand, you are the operator of this plant. How long have you been now operating the plant? 2 months. 2 months. Since 2 months you are being trained by Mr. Mayank, and you are doing, and Mayank, Kunal and others who have come here from Fermionics, and you are now very confident of running the plant by yourself without any help, 100%.
Confident.
So, and what do you feel about the performance of the system? Is it good? Do you think it is giving very good performance?
Very good performance.
And how many hours in a day it is working? For about 20 hours?
20 hours working.
After 20 hours you do the CIP, and then again you start the plant.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in a day you produce almost about 40 to 50 KL of the product, and that product is sent to the main factory.
Single
on the
dryer, sir.
On the dryer. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. And as I get out, I will show you all how it starts from the initial point. So what we do is we draw the stick water from the main factory, which I'm focusing on now. That's the mother factory, fishmeal factory. From there we get it through a pipeline from the top, and it comes to the mother tank. This is the mother tank wherein the stick water gets accumulated, and then it goes to the intermediate tank. This is the intermediate tank, and the intermediate tank is supplied with steam, so that the temperature of about 70 to 75 degrees Celsius is maintained, which is the most optimal temperature for our system to run. Because the stick water is a very complicated liquid which behaves in a different way at different parameters. Like for example, it is temperature dependent, it is dependent on the quality of the fish that it comes in. So the viscosity keeps on changing. The higher the viscosity, the more difficult for the system to run. So we heat the fish stick water, bring down the viscosity, and then try to conveniently make it move through the system and through the filtration system. And this is the intermediate tank, and this is hot water tank which is used for CIP, that is cleaning in process. So we are flushing the plant every now and then when the pressure goes too high, and we maintain the water at about 50 degrees Celsius. And this is the CIP, cleaning in process tank, wherein we have to introduce certain chemicals like caustic lye and hydrochloric acid, hypochlorite, and nitric acid, cheap chemicals, not very expensive chemicals, for the cleaning in process, which take place once in 20 hours or 24 hours of running this UF system. See this UF system, you can see the line from the intermediate tank. It comes to the UF system over here. Is the header and 3 pumps to take care of the 3 loops. You can see the 3 loops there, and through which it passes, and the reject from here goes to the product tank. You can see the product tank at the background, and the permeate, this is the permeate from this goes to the intermediate tank between UF and NF, and this permeate is taken in by the nano filtration plant here, and here the water is totally separated, and whatever remaining protein is taken out from the stick water. And as I told you earlier, only water, salt and ash goes out, and all the proteins are retained and recovered. And this is the product tank which I told you. It is about 10 kL, and from here it is being pumped onto the mother factory. This is the pipeline which goes to the mother factory, and there it is utilized to be introduced in the fish meal, as well as to produce fish protein concentrate. So this is the system, and I'm very happy about the whole technology which I was very much involved in, and I'd like to thank Permionics for their tremendous support and cooperation in developing this technology. We did this over the last 2 years, working very hard and running through various trials, bringing in the pilot plant and running various trials, and finally determining the various parameters, and to really conclude as to what parameters suit this particular system, and finally we are here. So I'm really proud that this is the first of its kind in Asia. It's the first of its kind in Asia, and I'm very much involved in the development of this technology, and also introducing this technology to the fishing industry for the first time. And I'm sure with this technology, many more fish meal factories in India will adopt this technology, which is very, very economical and eco-friendly and absolutely a green technology, thereby saving tremendous resources like finance and manpower and whatnot. This reduces the cost of production of fish meal substantially, because almost 10% of the protein we are recovering from the water, which is otherwise wasted. So you can imagine in terms of value also how much each fish meal factory will be saving if they were able to filter all their stick water diligently. So with this note, this is Mahesh Raj signing off from Raj Fish Meal. Thank you very much for your patience in listening to my talk over here. Thank you very much.